The End of EverQuest Next, Episode 7, March 13th, 2016.
This is the EverCast show. With your hosts, Tamlin, Hylas, Luci, and Flatus. Connecting gamers with the games they play.
Live from Desert Rain Studios, talking about all things fun and interesting in the world of online video games, connecting gamers with the game they play. This is EverCast. I am one of your normal weekly regular hosts, Tanlin. With me are our three other weekly regular normal hosts. I'll give them a minute or two to say hi to everybody.
Hi, I'm Kylast.
Hi, I'm Flatus.
Hi, I'm Luci.
And poor Lucy is sick.
I apologize for the way my voice sounds, and if you see me go into a coughing fit, I actually have a upper respiratory infection that has spread through my sinuses into both of my eyes. So I'm dealing with a triple infection right now. I was not going to be on the show tonight, but I think everybody in chat understands what I say when I say recent events meant that I felt the need to be here to talk to you guys tonight.
Yep. All right. Also, Kyla said that she's even feeling a little under the weather too. All right. So, without further ado, a brief little bit about ECast news before we get into the main talking point. Obviously, the main talking point, which we will get to in a minute, is the EverQuest Next being canceled. But as of this very moment, ECast news. Right now, we are on tunein.com. I fed our RSS feed to them, and you can listen to us on tunein.com or download us from there. We also got approved to be on the Google Music podcast app whenever they launch that official vehicle. We got approved over there, so that as soon as they start picking up the feed and feeding it out to their the people that have their app or format, whatever, we'll be there. So that's kind of good news. So more ECast news. I'm going to kick it over to Luci because she won some awards.
Well, what I want to say is that the Landmarks of Landmark competition has wrapped up, and if you haven't yet, you should absolutely 100% go and check out the winners and the honorable mentions and all the entries. I think they're still up in the gallery. A lot of really cool people got their work showcased and will be in Landmark forever, and they even picked a couple of mine too. So so yes, I have both of my builds that I submitted to the Landmark of Landmark contest. One is called the Garden of the Makers. It's just a simple garden, and then the second one is Remnants of the Sundering, which is a bunch of floating islands with cool stuff. Really cool contest. It was fun. And shameless plug right here, if you want to watch me building for the Landmarks of Landmark competition, you can check out my replay on my YouTube channel.
All right, and then little bit of ECast news. Hearthstone announced their next expansion. Kylas, you want to cover that?
They've announced their next expansion called Whisper of the Old Gods. There is currently no release date, but they have started previewing some of the cards, and I'm kind of excited about it. Like, I can't wait. But I'm admittedly becoming kind of a Hearthstone junkie, so yeah.
I watch you from the shadows.
You watch me from the shadows as I occasionally get my ass like seriously handed to me.
You came back though. I know. Aren't
Siri just heard me and she's like, I don't understand. Seriously got your ass kicked.
All right. And last bit of ECast news. Our personal stream schedules. I'm just gonna put it out there. I can stream and I can have a conversation with other people when they're conversing real time with me. I cannot, and I am forever never going to try streaming on my own again until the next time I try it. but but I don't have a personal stream schedule. I tried. It's not for me. But Lucy and Flatus do.
For obviously illness reasons, I had to cancel my stream, my 2 streams that were left last week, and I think I'm going to be taking a personal hiatus this week as well, just to allow my lungs and cough to settle down, so I'm not talking as much. But I hope to absolutely come back streaming. Lots of really cool things in H1Z1 that I want to show off.
I might be adding a stream schedule, but unfortunately I can't do it until April would be the earliest that I would start streaming. And if I do start streaming, it's just going to be boring me playing Hearthstone.
That's good. There's people that just play Hearthstone on stream.
Yeah.
You do it. Go for it. As for me, my hours changed at work, so I will have less traffic to deal with, and that will allow me to be a little more serious with streaming. It's probably closer to what I was working a few years ago. So you may see me stream more often. You'll probably see me poke my head in on Tobrin streams as well, because I will be home earlier, so therefore I can bug him and wait for that. And also I have Maelstrom Radio coming in a few weeks. Shin is going to Japan. He's leaving next Thursday, but he's actually going to go to the Final Fantasy Eorzea the Final Fantasy 14 Eorzea Cafe in Japan. So I'm having him. He's going there. I think he's going for a couple. Hey, Shin. And so we're gonna definitely talk about that, and we'll talk about just entertainment wise Final Fantasy 14, and there's gonna be some stuff. I'm hoping to get some interviews and other things going on there. So if you enjoy Final Fantasy 14 and you want to hear about that stuff, go find Maelstrom Radio on Twitter right now. You can follow us there. There's nothing really posted too much, but as the next few weeks come, there's going to be more news, and we would like to see you on Monday nights.
All right, that was it for ECast news. So obviously, all right, EverQuest Next has been canceled.
What?
I know. And I know there's a lot of people that predicted that it would happen. A lot of people that have aren't surprised that it has happened. I even amongst the hosts, there are people that have been like saw it coming and felt that it not surprised that it was coming. Boy, I just got a little shaky. Because really that emotional about the
I wasn't sure that I could come on and not cry talking about it. I think everybody here knows how invested I am. We all are. I mean, we wouldn't be doing the show if we weren't invested. We're called EverCast.
Yeah, so EverQuest Next was the show that brought us all together. Originally with Chuena and Calbor, and then Luci later on. It's allowed us to build this particular community together. And personally, for me, I appreciate what it has allowed me to do, and the relationships I've been able to form around the EverQuest Next and the EverQuest Next community. And so it is a really personally sad day for me, knowing that that project had been canceled. Because as I've said countless times, like you can go back and listen to all the shows, I was originally playing Vanguard, and I knew that Vanguard, it was a great game, like my favorite, but it was becoming more and more dated. The features that it had at the time that were great were kind of falling behind the features that other games were adding, and I was waiting for what was next. And when I heard that Daybreak was doing EverQuest next, uh, wow, we're having some major internet problems. But anyway, I have been looking for a game to play after Vanguard, and it has now been 3 years. I still don't have that next MMO that I would like to be playing. I thought it was going to be EverQuest next, but unfortunately, now it's going to have to be something else.
Poor Lucy. Poor Lucy.
I'm trying to hide the fact that I keep coughing. Sorry. Basically, yeah, so I was brought onto the show, last year? Was it last year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Last year. Because, I was doing a lot in the Landmark community, and, I've played EverQuest, EverQuest 2. I have always and will forever remain a Daybreak fangirl, SOE fangirl. EverQuest was my first game. EverQuest is my home. So EverQuest Next production being canceled hits me right here, right in the feels, right in the feels. But this isn't the end of Norath. I will always and forever be the voice of hope and optimism. And anybody who comes onto my Twitter feed with "I told you so" will hear that. EverQuest is not dying. EverQuest is 17 years old. They're still coming out with new content. Content. Sorry, my brain's super muddled. Too very sick. EverQuest is still coming out with new content. Every time they release a new time lock expansion server, it is full to the max, overflowing with instances. EQ2 is still alive and kicking, and Holly Longdale has been brought on to be the producer of Landmark as well as EQ and EQ2, and she has been fantastic for those two communities, and I have zero worry that she will not do a good job for Landmark 2. But what I want to focus on is not the death of EverQuest Next, but what I gained from this, which is EverCast, my co-hosts, and you guys. I was able to come onto the show and be a part of something bigger, and that's what we're gonna keep doing. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and as what Lucy was saying, that we brought on a community guest for every EverQuest 2 expansion that they've put out since we've been doing the show. That is something that I personally would like to continue doing, even going out into the future.
Absolutely, and we will go even as far as messaging Daybreak and see if we can even get someone from the dev team or Holly Longdale herself or someone to even talk about those expansions when they're being released, to maybe give us some insight of what the features and the future and what sort of changes they're making in their game.
Yep.
Okay, and so Flatus, you had some words.
Oh yeah, well, I did. So 3 years is a long time, right? I answered a simple Reddit post, and I know we've said that a lot on the show over the last few years, thanking you guys. But EverQuest Next isn't coming, and that's fine. And I think what I got instead outshines an MMO in any game really, in my opinion. I have three amazing co-hosts that are also my friends, and I talk to these people daily. I talk to them more than my own family. So, for some background stuff, we have a separate chat in our social media that it's just us, and we chat every day. Pretty much all day. Like, we link each other gaming news, and we talk gaming and personal, and it grew more than just us talking about an MMO into a friendship, into us wanting to meet each other and hang out, and eventually that stuff will happen. Hopefully one of these days. And then I got you guys, right? I got the community out of this. Any of you that stuck by us past not getting news, you still come out and you show support, and you listen to us talk about what may not be EverQuest Next, but what could be. When we had BlizzCon, we talked about BlizzCon. People in chat, even though if it's not your game or your company, you still showed up and asked questions and showed support, and I am thankful for that. And some of you are, you talk to us on Twitter and any other thing. You offered your feedback on not just EverQuest Next, but other games as well. And I said this a couple weeks ago that I from the bottom of my heart, I truly believe that you guys are intelligent, smart, just engaging people. You're smart gamers, and that is so important in where like gaming society is today. I think you guys are intelligent, and you engage us to think outside the box when it comes to gaming. You've done so for 3 years with EverQuest Next, and so much more. And I'm so thankful for that. And I'm also thankful that we need to, for us, we need to refocus a bit, and that's fine. And then I have to say thank you to everybody that I not only just out of a community, but the friends I've made outside the show. I have friends from all over this planet: Tobin, Ernwood, Shinder, who's now my new co-host, of somebody that started EQ Nexus, like was one of the pillars of EQ Nexus, is now my co-host in Maelstrom Radio, and things like that just don't happen because of just taking chances and putting yourself out there. And I am so thankful for EverQuest Next, because even though you didn't come out, what I got outweighs any game and any MMO, and I thoroughly thank you for that.
Kai, that leaves you.
So I've probably been the negative Nancy through this whole thing. But I still have a lot to be thankful for, because, like everybody else has said, look at these three gorgeous faces. They're all
Go on.
Mine. All mine. Well, one of them really is genuinely mine, but and then
It's me, I'm the house elf.
Oh! That gorgeous face, she's all mine.
Talon's on rental.
Can't even stop coughing in order.
I even think Tanlin is gonna give two flying figs that we have Luci as a house elf. And Flatus is the house dragon, clearly, if you haven't noticed.
I am the house dragon. Thank you.
But I'm wearing socks, so does that mean I'm free?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then of course
Luci's a free house elf.
And then I have all of you guys, and because I love you, and I hope you at least kind of sort of can tolerate me. I don't know, but yeah, we'll continue doing the thing and the stuff with the games and the stuff. I don't have much to say because I'm, like I said before, I was the negative Nancy, and I don't want to sit here and be a
Hey,
I
what's
moved
up?
it. Hi. So 3 years and we fix it, and then this guy just goes and straight pulls a Tanlin
on the entire fucking
on
cast.
the entire show.
It wouldn't be a true EverCast show if I didn't mute something.
And you muted us all.
You muted all the things.
Everything, yeah. I saw that Shinter had mentioned that Kai and Lucy were a little quiet, a little low volume. So I just was gonna go through and adjust a few knobs, levers. And so I adjusted their volume so that they sounded a little bit louder. And then when I was done, my bright idea was I need to get this off my screen. And what did I do? I hit the X button, and instead of minimizing the window, I closed the window, and voice chat went poof.
3 years. Did it. Did it. Finally did it.
Yep, that's awesome on my part.
Super mega Tanlin.
I went Super Saiyan.
And for those of you that are wondering, yes, I really did get a new chair.
So we did not want to spend too much time dwelling on EverQuest Next. I think that when I was reading Dave Mark's blog post, and I retweeted it from my personal Twitter account, and it's definitely a good read. That he said it best, in that it was something that that when you're facing the closure of a particular thing, it's best to just close it, be done with it, and then be able to walk away. I don't think any of us want to dwell too much on what could have been, what might have been, what should have been. It's not that fun to talk about, and we are, I like talking about things that are fun. I can go to work and talk about all the coulda, woulda, shoulda, and it's not fun.
So speaking of things that are happening, then Landmark's got an update. Do we want to touch on that a bit?
I'm pretty sure that Lucy wants to.
So.
She does.
Lucy
she
can breathe.
She can.
So
listen.
yeah, Landmark's getting a really big update. Lots of cool things are coming in, and also
It's launching.
Yeah, it's launching this spring. Landmark is launching. It's gonna be like a big MMO, all grown up now. So yeah, Landmark update. Some really key things are coming in. First of all, they're introducing the build mode. You're going to have a building tab, a props tab, a template tab, and a tints tab, which allows you to tint props. New camera modes so that you can change your camera angles and things like that. And time of day controls, so you can sort of choose how your claim looks anytime anybody steps on it. You can choose to have it be the same as the I think they're calling them landscapes now instead of islands. So you could choose to have it match the landscapes. And then you could also have it, like, for example, if you've got like a haunted house and you want it to be nighttime all the time, you can do that. Speaking of landscapes and things like that, claim changes are coming. What they're doing, see, this is a bit controversial. What they're doing is they are taking the size of a single claim and making it way bigger than it was before. However, the height for the claim size is not the height which we could achieve before with add-on claims are going away. If which raises a lot of questions. One, like, are we going to be able to stack our claims so we can reach those heights and build tall? What happens to all of those purchases that we made in the cash shop for add-on claims? I am confident that they have that they're brainstorming and figuring out ways, because I don't think they want to lose the tall builds. I don't think that they want to lose the things that you can see from far away. I think that's one of the cool things when you're exploring, is to run around and be like, ooh, what's that? And then, run towards that. But we have to wait and see. Another thing that I'm most excited for are the Chaos Caverns, which Josh Augustine, his name is Augur Dev on the forums. He's called bite-sized adventures that are all about three big things: exploration, discovery, and adventure. Basically, you can hit this, you'll have this ability to teleport to an underground adventure wherever you are. So basically, you'll be at the start of an underground cave network. You can, there's combat, you can kill monsters, you can harvest resources, and every single one of these is going to have a ruin that will have what's called a lost crystal in it. When you eventually go through and you find the ruin and you find the lost crystal, you'll receive a quote-unquote special reward. I just linked in chat the Josh's post on the forums about the Chaos Caverns.
I've been posting all the links for you, so you can just...
thank you. Okay.
No problem.
And of course, there's an FAQ section. So, like, if you have any questions, like, what about this? What about that? Etc. Etc. It's on the FAQ. Basically, Landmark is going to be $9.99 when it launches. You have to buy the game. If you have not purchased a Trailblazer pack. Sorry, I tend to be out of breath a little bit now when I talk, so it's hard for me to enunciate. So, Landmark's going to be $9.99. You have to buy it. That's basically one of the big ones. There are going to be 2 server wipes before launch in spring. Very important to note. Make sure you get your stuff templated. It's not really super important for you to template, because whenever a claim is deleted in Landmark, it automatically templates it for you.
Please.
So when the servers go down, it'll be automatically templated when it gets deleted. But still, if you want to put it back down in pieces, you're going to want to template it and things like that.
And I was just going to suggest that, I've had my claims wiped before and templated, and trust me, you want to grab a modular component of your build and template that so that you can put them down a piece at a time, because putting one big claim down it's not fun.
The other thing is that it names it for you, and it'll be whenever I've deleted it, it says Luci's claim number 7. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? And it doesn't take a screenshot of it either. And the way I like to go through my templates is have for example, when I was building for my landmarks, a landmark competition, I would tag everything LOL, a name, and have a screenshot of it. So I had all of the little pieces of my build that I could easily find in the templates window. So it's just a good idea to template. That's basically the Landmark update and the Landmark launch. I will say, personally, I am already thinking of new ways to innovate events and community events and just things to do in Landmark. Now that I know that we're not going to get EverQuest next, I feel almost like I've been freed up a little bit, because I was waiting for it so long and I was holding out for it. I now feel like I have the ability to just dive into a game head first, because I'm not in limbo. So I'm gonna try to put my creative efforts into Landmark and also into streaming. So if I do end up building things for Landmark, watch my stream because I could be building in Landmark.
If
I
I
think-
was a butter builder,
A butter builder?
a better builder, I would.
Really did
I'd-
say
I'd-
butter.
Did I say better?
You totally said butter.
Yeah. Although I'm now interested in you being a butter builder, so tell me how that
I
works.
can make butter. I know how to make butter. I've made butter.
Have you carved butter? Have you?
Yes.
Listen, you could do Hearthstone and jump on the new Twitch section,
The creative section and do
the
baking?
creative section, and make butter.
I've actually thought about doing that with my work.
You should. It'd be kind of cool. I'd watch it.
Would you really?
I check
You
it
would
out.
watch me dye yarn?
I think it'd be cool. Yeah.
Huh.
I watch Bob Ross on there every Monday.
I'm just gonna say that, just remind you again, don't hoard all of your things onto a main character because there will be server wipes. You will not have your materials. So don't bother hoarding onto one character.
Yeah, I also had that problem too, where it refunded all the materials I built with, and all of a sudden I had my bags overflowing with inventory.
I seriously heard her say don't whore it, so
I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard to enunciate, and it's so difficult.
it's
My
okay.
game keeps cutting out at my voice keeps cutting out at weird intervals. God, I give up.
No, you just use your voice to spit game. That's how you pick up all the ladies.
This is like the least articulate stream I think I have ever done.
I don't know. There's been a couple of episodes where you were bordering tipsy drunk.
That's true, but I still think I was probably more coherent than now.
Maybe.
I'm a functioning alcoholic.
So, I mean, I will say this. I mean, if you look at the price point for Minecraft, and it never breaks that price point, it's like 25 bucks. And if I was somebody who was, even though Minecraft is a phenomenon, right? And I was somebody who was like, well, I don't like the block deal with that, and I'm not into that. Like, I want something that has like some decent graphics and stuff like that. Like, you would look at Landmark and be like, well, the price point's $10. That's not a bad deal.
Well, see, the thing is like okay, so I don't know how to use Photoshop. I'm not that good. I want to be able to create things and get pictures of certain things to be able to use at other places, right? And I'll be honest here, right? Like, I'm a writer. I try to write. I try to incorporate my writing into other things that I do. And one of the things that I'd love to be able to do is like, okay, I need a castle. I need a village. I need to be able to build something and take a screenshot of it and incorporate it into the writing as like a visual aid, either for me or for the reader. And I always thought that like if I could create it in Landmark, that would be awesome, right? I could build something, do some screenshots of it, and then use those screenshots other places. And the problem is that I'm just not that good a builder. Like, I could describe things so much better than I could write them.
I think part of and I explained this explicitly while I was building for my landmarks, the landmark competition, is that I think that because I come into Landmark with low expectations for how my stuff is going to look, that it's easier for me. I don't have that artistic idea in my mind, so I don't feel like I need to get it like perfect in order for it to be like, because I can't draw, and whenever I try to draw, it doesn't look like what was in my head. I'm more okay with what I build in Landmark not looking like what it is in my head, if that makes sense.
Right, and one more thought is that my mom and my dad both play video games. They play video games all the time. My dad plays just about everything that comes out. My mom is very particular about the game she plays. She'll play MMOs with me and my dad, but she played Landmark more than any other game that I know that she's played, and I've tweeted out pictures of the stuff that she built. There are just people that like that sort of like, I'm just gonna do this and build this, and it's gonna, and then like over time it's like, oh my god, that's amazing what you just made. Some people got it, I don't. And if you do have it, if that is something that you enjoy doing, I mean, like Landmark's the game for you, because I think like Phantom X says, like for a voxel building game in a beautiful world, it's probably the best one that's out there. It's just, there will be more that come out over time.
Yeah. I mean, for what you're getting, let's look at Minecraft when it first initially started selling copies. It was what, $7, like American, it was $6, $7, and all it was building. Like you dig, you build, and that's it. Like there was no monsters, they didn't add that stuff till later. It was a growing process. It was in beta for years. So, I mean,
I remember getting into the game for the first time and being like, oh my god, I can dig a hole in this mountain? I'm gonna see how far I can get.
we did that.
How far down did you get?
Hold it,
3.
don't answer that. Don't shh. He is the only one on this cast that hasn't played that game.
Oh, Landmark or Minecraft?
I thought she was talking about Minecraft or Landmark.
Oh, never mind. I thought she was talking about.
Because you can only go
Fine.
so far at Minecraft, because once you hit Bedrock.
Anyway.
All right. Well, so news, right? We got more news.
Right.
Bigger news.
Yeah. We had mentioned it at the beginning of the show. Some people were asking. I will go into our final thoughts. I don't know how to break this.
Well, I can. You want me to have a crack at it? All right.
Sure.
All right. So EverCast as a show has been going on for 3 years, and our initial goal was to talk about EverQuest next and all things Landmark. We I think as a show, we did that. We took something that wasn't here. It is here now. And it will always be here on the internet. That's the beauty of the internet. EverCast will always be here. So next week will be the final episode of EverCast. What does that mean for the current host? Well, that means that our new show, which will launch April 3rd, will be rebranded. We will be talking about all things online gaming, as we have been. We just don't think that talking all things online gaming was really what EverCast was initially started out to be. We did it, I think, to fill in the gap, so to speak. So next week will be the final show of EverCast. It doesn't mean we're going away. We will still be in the same time slot. We're just taking a small break. It just kind of works out that also Easter Sunday's in there and a bunch of other stuff. Tanlin's going to be out of town the 27th as well for his mother's birthday. So in that time, we'll be working diligently to bring you guys a new show. Things that we don't have yet are a name, a site, and Twitter handle and all that, but we will get all that in the weeks to come, and we will use the EverCast show Twitter handle to tweet that out, our new show, and we want and we hope that all of you go follow us. I hope that personally that you like us all enough that you'll follow us on that journey and into all things online gaming that we've been doing. And I think that taking that step will not only benefit us as a show, but benefit us as hosts and you guys as well. I think that, like I said earlier, I think you guys are intelligent. I think that we can talk more than just EverQuest and Landmark. Not that we won't talk about Landmark and other Daybreak games. Luci is a very, very big fan of Daybreak, and she's been playing, she told us earlier, she's been playing Daybreak and SOE games since she was 16. So we do plan on talking about
16 last year, right?
Yeah.
Just started.
Yep. So
trying to give her a compliment, she's not listening.
Sorry.
So,
say it again.
It's okay. She's all high on medicine.
I was giving you a compliment saying that you look young.
I look young.
Unless that's not a compliment.
No. It's possible. I just haven't slept well in a very long time, so I feel like I look
Flatus
like.
said that you've been playing Daybreak and SOE games since you were 16, and Tamlin made
Yeah.
the smart ass remark of, "Oh, since last year then."
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's funny.
okay. So yeah. Yeah. So yes, I have been playing. I've been playing since I was 16. Yes. Sorry.
Woo!
Right. So the important thing to note is, okay, yes, we are rebranding. We're not going away. The format's not changing. We're going to keep kind of the same format going forward. The hosts certainly aren't changing. It's still going to be the four of us.
Yeah, haha.
Can't get rid
al-
of.
No, you can't. And also, we failed to have Chewina back on before the show.
We gotta get him.
I think that we should
We tried.
we should try at least to try to get him in for the next week's episode, so he can also, because he was here almost to the very end. So I would think that if he could make it, he should make it, because
Hey, everybody, tweet him.
I mean, our official last episode is next week, so we
Next
should.
week, yeah.
Yeah. So we should put send him a message, and Calvor too.
Yeah. I mean, so we'll see what we can do. We won't guarantee anything, but we will see what we do. But thank you all for showing up for this. But I would really appreciate if you all came out next week and enjoy. Like, just come out, hang out, we'll talk. We'll reminisce 3 years of EverCast, whatever that means. I'm sure there was really silly shit we said on this show.
Right. As Flatus had mentioned, Luci is she's interested in playing like Landmark and EverQuest 2 and EverQuest. H1Z1 she didn't mention, but she loves playing that game. So we'll always have conversations about those titles because that's what she's interested in playing. For me myself, I raid in Warcraft. 2 days a week. Well,
sound
I have
so.
always-
You sound like you're. That's
it's not shame. It's not shame.
You
It's
did,
just
but you.
that it's not shame. What it is that when I log in, and I've mentioned before, like, I am a social gamer. I want to be able to log in with a group of people and get stuff done, to do things. I hate logging in, and even if there's people on, it's like, hey man, what do you want to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do today? And we all end up being like that. Those guys standing out behind Hank Hill's house in King of the Hill, where it's like, yep.
I say.
And so, like, Warcraft, like, I finally ran into a group of people that we were able to organize, and we downed heroic content. Like, this is the first time I've ever been part of a heroic raid guild where, like, the people could get heroic down. Now we tried Mythic, and let me tell you, we did horrible. And part of the reason we did horrible is because we didn't because Mythic rating requires a hard 20 count. You no more, no less. You need 20 people, and we didn't. We had 15, and so we had to try recruiting the other 5 players. And when you try to recruit new people in, it doesn't always go so well. And so Mythic rating. But the point I'm trying to make is that I play Warcraft right now because it's a group of people that I know I can log on. We know what we're gonna do. We know when we're gonna do it. We know how we're gonna do it. And they, like, if there was another game where I could feel like that, like, hey, I know what I'm gonna do when I get home from work today. I am going to log in and I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it with these people. That would be great. I have been waiting for a game like that to come around, and I just haven't been able to find it.
I could teach you a new game that we could do every day after work.
Oh my. So
Cross stitching.
I need an adult.
So that's the game that I'm currently playing. I am also extremely interested in Atlas Reactor. It's not really a MOBA, but it's the first turn-based strategy game that has been out that I am absolutely looking forward to. So Atlas Reactor, and then there's a couple of sandbox MMOs, survival MMOs, Conan Exiles I'm looking forward to, and then games that look further out are like Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. That's Brad McQuaid's new game, and Saga of Lucimia. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, and they're basically taking that old school MMORPG feel and trying to see if they can bring it up into like what modern gamers want.
Yeah, I watched the vid of that, and Flatus does cut that cover out. No, it looked awesome. It did look cool. I kind of like the idea that they're going with that, like like partying up, getting a party together. Let me say that is a focus of the game. I think that's awesome. I think that like you're like you said, social gaming, MMO, massively online. So that's kind of an interesting. So we'll see what Brad McQuaid's cooking up over there in the Pantheon sphere. Maybe once they want to talk to somebody, maybe we'll get them on here and talk about Pantheon. Not here. Whatever our new thing will be. Not this thing. The next thing. But because this thing will be gone next week. But our new thing in a few weeks will be the thing that we want them on.
And I also want to throw out, not only are we going to be talking about the things that we are playing and we are looking forward to, but let me tell you, we want to know what you are looking forward to playing and what you're currently playing, what you're playing, what you're looking forward to, why you're looking forward to it, and why is it fun, whatever you're doing or whatever you're looking forward to.
Yeah, and I think we'll talk about this. We got a few minutes, so I will say this. I think one of our main focuses for the new show is that we want to increase just the discussion here on Twitch, but we want to take it other places as well. We want to take it onto to Twitter. We want to take it onto Facebook once we get branding and everything in place. And we want to set up the discussion topics in the week before, so you guys out there have a chance to sit there.
Oh my god, look at everybody. Pantheon, Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah,
Black Desert. Tell us.
Tell us. No, tell us. Once we get an email up, send your emails. We want to know. Like, your email could easily change into a show topic. You have no idea.
And I'll tell you that even after this show and the EverCast show, like, we're gonna rebrand, okay? But I'm gonna tell you right now that when any email you send to contact@evershow.com,
EverCast.
Contact at evercastshow.com. I'm going to send it up to forward it to the new show. So if get a hold of us, tell us what you're playing. I see people mentioning Black Desert Online. I gave it a second try and I played a little bit of it yesterday, and I have some more feedback for it. I can tell you what I did like. Right? I played the Wizard, and I can talk a little bit more about what I like about that game, and a little bit more about like some things that I think that are better in other games but are similar.
I've been playing Skyrim.
Scrim.
I'm not even stealing this time around. This is a big step for me. I did the first time. I stole everything that wasn't nailed down and a couple things that were. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, in the game.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, did you put buckets on people's heads?
No, I don't do the buckets.
No, I always do the buckets. It's funny because they got a bucket on their head and you're just taking their stuff and you're just like, I have no idea what's going on because I have a bucket on my head.
No, I got my sneaking up so high that they could bump into me and they're like, what was that? They just kept moving. Like,
I don't know what's going on anymore. When you game the game, I love that. You guys are playing so much.
I will hold judgment until I have put more hours into the game.
Go.
Because now I'm not.
Keep going. How far did you get? Did you climb up the big mountain?
Not that far.
Okay, so when the dragon attacks at the beginning of the game, so
that's
no
it.
Spoiler there.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't say anything. But
that's the opening.
That's the opening.
It's the opening. I'm sorry.
I'm still doing that part because it's not that it's bad. It's just it doesn't hold my attention. Like, I feel super squirrely playing the game. But I know that it's still just the introduction to the game, so I'm trying really, really hard to like hold on for a little while longer and get out of that area.
Yes.
I didn't like character creation at all.
Some people don't.
Because it feels really fidgety. It's the first game that I've willingly created an orc because I felt it was my prettiest option.
You didn't. Oh, you should have picked one of the northern people. I mean, like, hello, friend, because I love that accent. I run around like.
So two of my favorite accents are that one and Afrikaans.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm trying to think of Ninja and the girl in Die Antwoord. If you ever hear them talking English, they
African. Yeah,
spoke
they spell.
South African Dutch,
Yeah.
and it's called Afrikaans, and it's my
Yeah.
favorite accent. I don't know why.
It's great.
If you gave me the option of having that as my speech accent in a video game, I'd be all about that.
Looking for Indian accents.
Taylor, you listen to Die Antwoord over there?
He does.
That's
I love
fantastic.
I listen a little bit too now.
So good.
It's creepy.
Ugly Boy.
So good.
Oh my god, I love that song.
So good.
He just likes her.
No.
He just likes her voice. Yes,
I
you do. That's why. It's not because it's her. It's her voice.
No.
Oh man.
Mm.
Well, me, I'm playing Final Fantasy.
I want to say that this is the first time that we got really off topic for like the first part of this. This is the first part in the show that we got off topic.
And it's
Should I
almost near the
get
end,
like
right?
a little sign that says "Stay on topic"?
No,
Like with an
the next
X-wing
show-
on it for us.
The next show we should definitely have the flashing like tangent alert on screen.
Well, the next show is really our last, so I mean, it's gonna
Oh,
be
right,
one
I mean, like,
giant.
for-
It's gonna be one giant tangent.
Also, the rant alert for when I start talking.
Oh, we should have gotten
Ever.
that for
Do
me. a
I
long
get
time
one
ago.
too? Because occasionally I need one.
We all rant. So, I've been playing Final Fantasy 4. I don't know what you guys want from me. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14. I thought, listen, if you've not gotten the experience of going into Heaven's Word and fighting, I think one of the best and coolest. I've yet to fight the new one, which is Sephiroth. Not Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, but Sephiroth. Although I saw the fight, I watched it on Twitch. That is amazing. And the new PvP came out, and I'm not ready for that yet. But that has been blowing up. The feast looks amazing. That is gonna change MMO. I think like WoW like arena-based combat has nothing on the feast, and I'm saying that right now. I think that Square Enix set that up so well that it's gonna be like an esport. Like they set it up from the beginning to be an esport. So smart.
And yeah, and I think that like we were watching WoW esports this morning. I was watching the EU spring tournament on
Yeah.
GCTV, and I like watching esports, but I can tell you that WoW should have gotten on their competitive esports in their game like 5 years ago because they're so far behind, and I don't think they'll ever catch up. And two, deathmatch arena matches are not that entertaining to watch, especially when it's you die once and you're out of the game.
No, yeah, this is you don't die once, you're back in. Like you have to collect coins. So your team
Sorry.
Oh no, like the team has to collect coins. Oh, and the more coins you have, the more damage you can take. So you have to make sure that you're trying to split the coins evenly amongst your players. So it's a really smart. And then if nobody's died yet, this thing happens called the culling time. The screen gets dark and starts to glow green. And then the first person to die, like everyone gets a debuff, and the first person to die, the calling time ends. It's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah.
And they've been playing Here Is the Storm.
Yeah,
Yay.
I was going to mention Atlas Reactor. Atlas Reactor, it's a deathmatch arena, but you just respawn after you die. So basically, matches last to the first team to kill the other team 5 times or a certain number of turns. Whoever has killed the other team more wins, and it's a more interesting experience because sometimes. In Atlas Reactor, sometimes it's better to lunge in and do as much damage knowing that you're going to die than it is to try and run away and live. Like you're better off doing as much damage as you can knowing that you'll respawn than running. And so those type of tactics in competitive esport titles are so much better than just a deathmatch.
Yeah. Well, anyone, Militer in chat, like, listen, get through the story. It's so good. Like, Just get to the end. Just get to like it gets Game of Thrones at the end. It's so fucking it trips your fucking mind. Shit happens, and then as soon as then fucking Everwords kicks off, you got a jailbreak. Shit goes crazy. It's amazing stuff. Let me tell you. Listen, all right. Well, real quick, if because we got to roll
like
out of here.
Red Wedding shitstorm.
Yes.
Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like Red Wedding. Like you don't.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I'm one of those
Shit
annoying people
happens.
who read all the books, and like as my friends were like, "Oh my God, Game of Thrones!" and I've been watching it. I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, just wait. You wait, and you're just sitting there, and they're all watching it. And you're just like in the corner.
No,
like,
no, I never had HBO. I still don't have. I don't actually have TV. I just have Netflix.
Smart.
Like they kept talking about things, and I'm like, "Yeah, just wait." They're like, "Why? What happens?" I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. I'm not gonna do that." But I know what's happening.
Fucking Lannisters.
All right, so we're running up against an hour. So to recap, EverQuest next is canceled, but EverCast goes on. We will be back next week for our last episode of EverCast, and then we will be back on April 3rd with our brand new show. It's going to be the same format, just a different brand. And it will be talking about all things fun and interesting in the world of online video games. We want to hear what you're playing, and we'll talk about what we find interesting, what you find interesting.
Yeah, so we'll try. I'm gonna if I have to drive up to Orlando and force Chewy to be on camera.
I'll pay for your gas.
Cool. If that's what it takes. I can leave Friday night. It straight takes 2 hours. I'll get right up there.
Yeah, something for the wife.
Yeah, no, I'll bring a bottle of wine, have her, and like a roll of duct tape, and tape him to his chair, and be like, "Listen, just hit this button." Just make sure.
Right?
Bring her wine, box of chocolates, and like a really, really nice like bubble bath or something.
Yeah, one of those
That will make it work.
One of those bomb things you throw in, and, and all of a sudden it smells like
ones that have like the ring in it, and then you're golden.
Yeah. What happened? Anyway,
You know what I would do is if I made those bath bombs, I'd put glitter in the center, cause fuck you.
Oh, that'd be so yeah. Oh, that'd be yes.
I love
Lucy, I
glitter.
love you.
It's okay. Have you seen that thing that have you ever gone to the FML site, Fuck My Life site? There was somebody who posted I have glitter in my ass crack because I was at a metal concert last night. Thanks, Marilyn Manson.
I'm always surprised when I sweep my house how much glitter there is. I know there's going to be glitter, like I know that, but I'm always surprised at the quantity.
In your house?
Yeah.
What do you have a strip club in there?
No, I'm a fairy. I
yeah,
just have
right.
to hide the wings because muggles.
What happened?
I'm so medicated right now.
happened?
Just leave it.
What happened? What happened? All right.
And on that note, thank you for joining us today on this episode of EverCast.
I will promote us one more time. You can find all of our past episodes up on YouTube. You can follow along on the show on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn.com. We will be on the Google app as soon as it launches. If we don't have a new format or a new show name by then. Our blog is evercastshow.com. I'm Tanlin, at Tanlin on Twitter.
Yeah, at Flatus, that's at Luci. This is at EverK, at Ever_K. Listen, guys, next week, please, just beg. I'm gonna beg you guys one more time, please, everyone.
Can you just call me K again?
I said,
Totally
I said Ever_K. Kai.
Hi.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god!
Why
did you do that to me? I can't believe you do that.
Bye. Listen, guys. Please
Bye,
up next week.
Felicia.
Because the more people here, we have listen. I'll read everybody's name in chat. Like we'll send. I want to blow this shit, motherfucker, up to the sky. Let's send EverCast off in style. And
Are we answering questions? That's a good question. We got two. I think we should answer them. There's only two of them.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Question: a
quick,
lot
quick
has
question for me. Anybody remember the episode where I kept saying pussy juice?
Yeah, it was a pussy juice episode.
Yeah.
Right, but which episode number was it?
Oh, we can go find it.
We're gonna find it. Don't you worry.
Oh,
Don't
don't
you
worry.
worry, guys.
Do you want me to pull it as a sound clip? For
Okay, real questions now.
yeah.
All right, a lot has been made of the art design of EQN. Once Landmark came out, players found all these glitches and unintended behaviors with sub-voxel manipulation that allowed for incredible realistic curves and surfaces. My question is, do you think the stylized art design was chosen based on an underestimation by the EQN team of how realistic player-made cities and buildings would end up being?
No.
No, I think it was choice out of longevity. If you make your characters look too realistic, they as age goes on, they tend to look. For example, Skyrim. Skyrim came out. It looked great when it came out. Skyrim now, it aged okay. It's not. I mean, but in like 2 more years, we're gonna be like, eh.
Honestly,
And I
the
was-
landscape is gorgeous. The
Oh, yeah.
Bartle is not so good.
But things as games go on, things get better. So that you want to try to future proof as good as well.
And I was going to use Warcraft as an example. Like that's a game. Like the character models, they got an update, but I still think that the old models didn't look bad because they were stylized. They were cartoonish in a way that looked good for the technology at the time, but also would look good on the technology 10 years from now. I think WildStar also. I think that was actually design intent to make it look super cartoony, so that in
Yeah,
10
it
years
was.
it still looked
Yep.
good. And I
Yeah.
think that EverQuest next, the development team, looked at their technology and their art and said, like, we want to make sure that because if we launch EverQuest next, people are going to be playing it 10 years from now, that it still looks good.
Yeah.
And not only that, but every time the player base came up with something new and innovative that voxels could do, the art team was nothing but ecstatic. And they kept giving, in fact, I think in the very last competition, or if not the last competition, definitely the Keynotes competition, or the Combine competition, they actually gave the players concept art that they weren't sure the players could pull off, and the players did it anyway. So I think that our team has always been, I think the company in general has always been like amazed and thankful for what the community found out with the voxels.
Right. And then I love this question. Thank you, Zeke. I think it's Zeke, for asking it. What is your favorite Landmark memory or story? I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I built a castle with my mom and dad.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I got pictures of it on my here. Hold on. While you guys are answering, I'm going to pull up the pictures that I have
Sure.
of the castle that I built with my mom and dad. And the reason why this is important to me is because in other MMORPGs that I've played with my parents, I always feel like I am the master and they are the students, and I need to bring them along with me because they don't quite get it. And playing in Landmark was the first time where I felt like my mom she's much better creator than I am, and my dad had, he's a retiree, so he could harvest all day long, and so we had a good system where we all added our strengths to what we were doing, and that felt really good.
For me, I would. For me, it was when Landmark launched. Because what I remember from that day is that we were all playing. I don't think I slept a lot that weekend. We were all playing. I went to bed for like 2 hours, came back, and the very next day after like a lot of people were just streaming it on Twitch, regardless of it getting shut down. They just said, no, everyone just go. NDA drops, go. And I was streaming, and Omid at the time jumped in chat, and I went from like 4 people and Tobrin and Chewy joining me, and then all of a sudden I had like 187 people watching me play Landmark, and I was like, "What just happened?" And I think that always sticks with me because I just been doing the show, and I just had met Tobrin, and Chewy was like, it was just like this whole new experience, and it was like when I was just early Twitch streaming, and that's such a fond memory for me that Omi just jumped in and then like and tweeted like, "Hey, go check out people playing Landmark," and I think that sticks with me that the game devs and I say this, I hope that more game devs and community managers and people like that do this, is that support your players and support your community, because that was just like, for me, that was phenomenal. Like screw getting the viewers and stuff like that. That was just so much fun, just interacting with like that many people, having a blast. Also digging the hole to the nowhere.
Yeah, so real quick, this is the castle that I built with my family, and then I'll turn it back over to Lucy. So, all right, Lucy, go.
I have so many. I think the very first one was when I started doing my PvP matches that were determining my my storyline for that we were doing for the guild at the time, and my team kept losing. Like, our guild kept losing to the bandits, and no matter what I did to try to give the bandit to give the Sealand like caravan guards the upper hand, we kept losing. And I had to sort of like figure out how to make the story fit and change the story back around to what I kind of wanted it to happen, because because like any D&D adventure, the players did something that the DM never expected, and the DM had to improvise. And I want to say that obviously when Shiny Butt Adventures was coined, that was fun. I kind of just like half mentioned that the colonist flight suit had a like super shiny butt, and I called it the shiny butt suit, and that just kind of took off. And I have to say, one of the coolest things that keeps happening is when I stumbled on my ruin for the very first time in game, and every time since, it's like, I don't know, it just feels really cool. You're like, I made that.
And Kai?
I liked building my lighthouse. I like seeing what everybody else is doing in game, but I'll be honest, that there was really nothing in that game that genuinely gave me joy. The sunrises and moonrises were pretty amazing, and the water was awesome, but frankly, that's really all I got out of it personally. But seeing other people happy about this particular game has been good. It's just right now still not my game.
Yep, sunsets, definitely sunsets in the game.
Sunsets and the moon are both pretty fucking amazing in that game.
All right, so that'll be it.
Yeah, that's it. We're spent. We got it. Listen, next week, last show. Be here. If you're not here, I'll be sad. You don't want me to be sad. You want me to be happy.
Cry.
Yeah. So tweet, tell everybody you can that EverCast show will be doing its last EverCast next Sunday, but we're not going
like
that away.
Phoenix, we shall rise again.
It's from the ashes.
So, would someone please show me the email chat? You got it? Do we not have it? No, we don't. Damn. Listen, guys, update. We should probably... No, is it down there? It's no, that's the old one. You know what? Go ahead and use evercastshow.gmail. We'll still check that. We still check all the emails. Don't worry about it. Just it's down there.
Yeah, the evercastshow@gmail.com. It just forwards it. Actually, hold on. Let me rephrase that. The contact at evercastshow.com forwards it to evercastshow@gmail.com. It's that way we all see it because we all have it. Like,
And if for whatever reason, if you have just you can DM one of us here. You can DM at EverCast_show on Twitter. We will answer you, and we will get. And if you need to tell us
You
or
could
send us,
tweet me.
you can tweet
Tweet
at
me,
any
beat
of us.
me.
Oh jeez. All right, let me end that. Sweet mercy. Thank you all. Camping in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See you all next week for the last one.